Tennis Navy SEALs are crouching in a bamboo forest on the outskirts of Edo in feudal Japan, and the ground is trembling. Not from an earthquake. From the footsteps of 100,000 samurai warriors advancing through the rice fields toward their position. The year is 1600. The Battle of Sekigahara is 3 days away, and the greatest concentration of samurai power in Japanese history is moving through this valley. 100,000 warriors against 10 men. The ratio is 10,000 to 1. Chief Petty Officer Marcus Webb, callsign Viper, 34 years old, 2 deployments in Afghanistan, 1 in Syria, 1 classified operation in North Africa, is lying in the bamboo watching the column through his PVS-31 night vision optic and doing the only math that matters right now. The temporal displacement event dropped the team here 48 hours ago. Webb spent those 48 hours the way a SEAL spends any 48 hours before a mission regardless of the century. Reconnaissance. Intelligence gathering. Terrain analysis. Planning. He now knows this valley better than the samurai commanders who have been marching through it for a week. He knows every tree line, every rice paddy wall, every elevated position, every dead ground. US Navy SEAL equipment for 10 operators. Each SEAL carries an HK-416 with 10 magazines of 30 rounds, 300 rounds per man and 3,000 total for the team. 2 operators carry M249 SAW light machine guns with 1,000 rounds each. 2 operators carry SA-25 semi-automatic sniper rifles with 10 magazines each, 20 rounds per magazine, 400 sniper rounds total. 4 operators carry additional M67 fragmentation grenades, 10 per man, 40 total. 1 operator carries an M320 grenade launcher with 24 rounds. 1 operator carries a MK14 enhanced battle rifle with 8 magazines. All 10 carry combat knives, individual first aid kits, and an PRC-148 radios. Total firepower for 10 men. 3,000 rifle rounds, 2,000 machine gun rounds, 400 sniper rounds, 24 grenade rounds, 40 fragmentation grenades. The samurai of 1600. 100,000 warriors is not a metaphor or an exaggeration. These are professional soldiers who have been training since childhood in a military culture that has been refining itself for 500 years. A senior samurai with a katana is not a man with a sword. He is a living weapon with 30 years of daily training behind every movement, every strike, every block. His armor, the lamella o Yoroi, is designed to absorb and deflect blows from swords, arrows, and spears. It does not stop 5.56mm NATO rounds traveling at 900 meters per second. Nothing in feudal Japan stops 5.56mm NATO rounds. The physics are not negotiable. The samurai commander leading this force is Ishida Mitsunari, one of the most brilliant military organizers of his era. He is moving 100,000 warriors across Japan in coordinated formations with logistics and command structures that would impress a modern staff officer. He has never lost a major engagement. He is careful. He is intelligent. He adapts. Webb does not intend to fight 100,000 samurai. That would be suicidal and pointless. The mission is to hold a specific river crossing for 6 days until the temporal rift reopens. The river crossing is a 40-meter wide ford through the Ibuki River. Without the ford, the army cannot cross efficiently. Without crossing the river on schedule, it cannot reach Sekigahara in time. The ford is the entire mission. Hold the ford for 6 days. 10 men. Day 1. Webb positions his team before first light. 2 SR-25 snipers on elevated ground 1 kilometer from the ford with overlapping fields of fire. 2 M249 machine gun positions in concealed fighting positions covering the ford from both sides. 6 HK-416 operators in a 360-degree perimeter around the crossing point. The grenade launcher operator in elevated position covering the entire ford width. The first samurai scouts reach the ford at noon. 12 mounted warriors moving at a cautious walk. The SR-25 snipers take the scouts at 800 meters. 4 rounds. 4 scouts down before the remaining 8 realize they are under fire. The remaining 8 turn and gallop back to report. Mitsunari receives the report and sends a company of 300 infantry to clear the crossing. 300 samurai in tight formation advancing toward the ford with shields raised. At 400 meters, the M249 machine guns open fire. 1,000 rounds per gun across a 40-meter ford approach. The company of 300 never reaches the water. Day 2. Mitsunari adapts immediately like the professional he is. He sends skirmishers in dispersed formation, 10 meters between each man, to deny the SEALs the dense targets that the machine guns devastate. Webb adapts equally immediately. The SR-25 snipers pick the dispersed skirmishers individually at 800 meters. One shot per target. Systematic. Patient. By midday, Mitsunari has lost 400 warriors and has not gotten a single man to the ford. He convenes his war council. His best commanders discuss the crossing problem for 3 hours. The conclusion they reach is tactically correct. The invisible enemy shoots from positions they cannot locate. The only solution is to find those positions. Day 3. Mitsunari sends 1,000 archers to sweep both banks simultaneously. Japanese archers of 1600 can fire 15 arrows per minute with lethal accuracy to 150 meters. 1,000 archers is 15,000 arrows per minute blanketing every position. Webb pulls his team back to secondary positions 300 meters from the ford before the barrage begins. The arrow barrage saturates the primary positions and hits nothing but bamboo and dirt. When the archers advance to exploit the barrage, the M249 machine guns fire from the secondary positions. The archers break and retreat. Day 4. Webb checks ammunition status. 40% of rifle rounds expended. 60% of machine gun rounds consumed. 60% of sniper rounds used. 30 of 40 grenades remaining. 3 days until the rift. Sufficient. Mitsunari has lost approximately 3,000 warriors in 4 days. 3% of his force. He has not crossed the ford. He has not located the enemy positions. He has not found any tactical solution. For the first time in his career, he is fighting something he cannot categorize. Day 5. Night crossing attempt. 5,000 samurai wade into the river at 3 separate points simultaneously under complete darkness. Webb's team is wearing an PVS-31 night vision and thermal optics. The river is 40 meters wide and waist deep. 5,000 men wading through cold water in darkness are visible in thermal imaging as 5,000 slow-moving heat signatures in clear, organized columns. The grenade launcher operator fires all 24 remaining rounds into the 3 crossing points. The machine guns open fire on the thermal signatures in the water. The night crossing collapses completely within 12 minutes. Day 6. Mitsunari makes his final rational decision. He cannot cross this ford. He bypasses it entirely. He moves his entire army 20 kilometers upstream to find a different crossing. It costs him 2 full days of march. He arrives at Sekigahara 2 days late. The battle has already begun without his full force in position. The outcome of Sekigahara is changed. The temporal rift opens at dawn of day 7 exactly as Webb calculated. 10 SEALs walk into the white oval of light and go home. Behind them, the ford is empty. The Ibuki River runs clean and undisturbed. The only evidence that anything happened is 40 meters of churned riverbank and the brass casings of 3,000 rounds scattered through the bamboo. Final count. SEALs killed 0. SEALs wounded 2 from arrow impacts in unprotected gaps between armor plates. Samurai casualties approximately 3,200 over 6 days. 3% of 100,000. Vote right now in the comments. Option A. 100 US Marine tanks versus the full army of Julius Caesar at the Rubicon. Option B. A squadron of F-22 Raptors versus every warship Yamamoto ever commanded. Like the video. Subscribe. See you on the next battlefield.